Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Confucius. Movies have a tendency to draw inspiration from the irrational and tainted actions of mankind. Dissecting the dark underbelly of the human condition can at times provoke an unsettling reaction. And yet, we live in a time where true crime shows, documentaries, and movies are the latest craze, and with it stems a deep fascination with dysfunctional behavior. But the optimist in me likes to believe that they sometimes serve a higher purpose other than BAM! You're dead.
Tell my children I love them.
No!
Monkey! Yeah, you heard that right. Directed by Stephen Chow is a perfect response to that very thought of mine.
Alright then, what's it about?
Well, thank you for asking, good sir. We follow a girl named Rose for a couple of days, and let's just say things get out of hand really fast. The film opens up with her and her boyfriend named Vincent watching a classical Hollywood film in the theater. Her eyes are glued to the screen, only peering away for a moment to either spice up their drinks or to look lovingly at her boyfriend. Now, under the guise of wishful thinking, they look like any ordinary couple enjoying a movie together, even going as far as giving each other cute nicknames.
Sounds good, Monkey.
That explains the title, but the devil is in the details. For some, cinema is an escape from reality, and Rose is in dire need of it. Whoops, wrong movie. Our introduction to her father is, for the lack of better words, not very welcoming. He does not approve of her relationship and deems Vincent to be a bad influence. Things take a turn for the worse when he attacks Rose with a book for going behind his back. Terrifying, I know, but it doesn't stop there. He proceeds to invade her personal belongings right before grounding her. That's a bummer. If first impressions are anything to go by, it's not looking too great, Pops. Then we are introduced to her mother, who in the scene acts more as a vessel to incentivize her husband's thoughts. Televising a simple message, do as he says because he knows best. The mother is placed in a tough predicament, having to decide between her daughter or her husband, and having chosen the latter, she can easily be branded as an enabler, allowing her daughter to be mistreated and physically assaulted. In this situation, there are no winners, only losers. Filled with rage and hatred, she cuddles a monkey and begins to mentally orchestrate something, dare I say, unspeakable.
She's gonna kill her parents, isn't she?
Dude. Uncool. But for a moment, I'd like you to pay attention to her room. It's certainly not an Asian household without medals. Within Asian culture, discipline is a major factor that contributes to one's success. But the line can occasionally get blurred. Tiger parenting can be described as a strict, authoritative method of teaching, whereby parents are highly invested in pushing their children to be successful, be it academically or to garner a higher status by whatever means necessary.
If he dies, he dies.
But at the cost of sometimes neglecting important qualities that bond a child and parent together, such as empathy. Typically, children who are brought up in such conditions tend to be shy and struggle to make their own decisions.
One word, and I hit you again.
I'm telling Mother!
Go.
It can also contribute to low self-esteem, and they are likely to rebel against authority figures when they are older.
She is no longer yours to torment.
Everyone is mine to torment. You do well to remember that, you little monster.
But hey, let's brighten things up, shall we?
But I don't know if we've ever been cursed with a vicious idiot.
You can't!
I can, I added.
Talking to a king!
She also likes Marilyn Monroe and James Dean, which coherently links back to the opening scene of the movie. Actors who are free to express themselves with no restraint, providing a romanticized vision of her future. But what struck my eye more than anything else in her room is a painting by Kakshika Hokusai made in 1831 depicting the Great Wave of Kanagawa. This very painting has been described as possibly the most reproduced image in the history of all art. However, her version is bathed in red. The picture rendered with 3 boats with fishermen on board clinging for dear life while staring death right in the eye. A moment frozen in time as the haunting wave appears to be larger than the shadowy silhouette of Mount Fuji. The 3 boats can be surmised as a representation of the family facing an impending doom. Okay, I think now is a good time to get you sped up on things. Since the monkey is out of the bag. See what I did there, bucko?
No!
Alright, I get it. Well, try to keep up, okay? Jennifer Penn is a Canadian woman of Chinese descent, and in 2010, the same year Despicable Me was released, she was convicted of a kill-for-hire attack on her parents.
What?
Which occurred on the 8th of November 2010. Inevitably killing her mother, Bika Pan, unfortunate spelling, and injuring her father, Rayhan Pan. Now, that's a fun name. The case has many resemblances with our movie, which we will get into. But the most unbelievable aspect of all this, surely, has to be the fact that she's Canadian?
Congratulations, you're a failure.
We begin to see cracks in her character. The poison of disillusionment seeps its way into her heart. Rose no longer believes in a picturesque family. She doesn't believe they can change for the better. Hope is lost. Stephen Chow shows her taking medication, but the reasoning is open to interpretation. But we know Jennifer suffered with anxiety, dysphoria, and she would partake in self-induced harm, so I'm gonna let you be the judge of it. She is evidently on edge listening to her parents argue in the distant background. Growing up in a controlled yet combative environment would negatively affect any child.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead!
I can't believe I can know you forever!
You're still holding on! Let go!
Monkey does a great job in characterizing that. This was our first telltale sign of Rose acting on impulse, hurting herself in the process, clearly having a difficult time controlling her actions without spiraling. She is a tortured soul. A simple focus pull on her schoolwork adds further credence to that frame of thought. But wait, do you love streaming your favorite shows and movies till the crack of dawn? Love talking about films so your friends can't take it anymore?
This is an intervention, Diana.
Aww. Well, look no further. Soleil Space offers an abundance of truly unique, never-before-seen, untold stories from all across the world. Join fun communities, discuss, and recommend your favorite films. Talk to filmmakers, create watch parties with ease, and get this, you can do it all for free!
No way.
Yes way, Ted!
By using the code RAYU60 on SoleilSpace.com, you will receive a 2-month free subscription, and as always, you'll be supporting my channel. So, thank you. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, blink and you might just let it pass you by. The author's purpose was to use multiple similes to reveal how she sees the world differently to her family. Rose found a way to project her very own reality and worldview through subliminal messaging, using the author as an anchor to get her very own thoughts painted out for all to see. Perhaps to find solace, a sense of calm and self-identifying as opposed to turning a blind eye to her reality. Hurt people hurt people. So many have witnessed and concurred. Oh, when wrath, jealousy, and vanity combine, the soul is surely injured. With fiery anger from a distressed mind, wrath lashes out his pain. And jealousy, a green-eyed beast, consumes the heart in vain. This poem written by Carmelita is effortlessly cold but beautiful nonetheless, and strikes a specific chord. Her obsessive nature in relation to Vincent inflicts more harm than good. Both are equally troubled. The relationship is a concoction of toxicity and misery.
So you're dumping me?
Let's be adults about this. Let's have sex one more time. And if you have any extra cash, that would be amazing.
Highlighted perfectly when we watch Rose go through her phone. Vincent is plastered everywhere, but that's not the key detail. We see them talk via text, and we get the first mention of a rather ominous figure, aptly named Homeboy. Now, get this. In the Jennifer Pan case, she contacted a hitman called Leonard Roy Crawford. His alias? Homeboy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know, right? Well, let's settle down. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. Like Rose, Jennifer was obsessed with a guy named Wong. No, Wong Guy. Oh my god! That would have been pretty cool. And much like Rose, Jennifer also went behind her parents' back and met Wong without their approval. Now, the film does take one creative liberty, which in turn becomes a discrepancy when compared to the real case.
Well, you don't see it? He moves! Right there! Wait! Right there! Right as I'm sitting down!
In the film, we see her father follow her. I guess we should cue the horn right about now. Whereas in the criminal case, this role was fulfilled by Jennifer's mother, who was suspicious and didn't believe she was working as a volunteer at a hospital for sick children called Sick Kids. Very imaginative, guys. Whoever greenlit that name should probably get fired.
Look at you! What are you doing?
Now, from a storytelling standpoint, I totally get it. Funneling her anger towards one person in particular creates a unique blend of hatred, heightened to a more catastrophic degree. After the messy escapade, Jennifer was taken home, but she was an outcast. Her dad despised her and wanted to throw her out of the house, only to be saved by her mother, who allowed her to stay at home as she failed to complete high school at this point in time. Damn you, calculus!
You're what the French call les incompetents.
What? After having been caught, her parents decided to reinstate more restrictions and curfews, making her life a living hell. And if that wasn't bad enough, Wong ended up breaking up with her and ended up dating someone else.
There is no us. Wong and Jennifer are not a thing. I don't need you. I don't need anyone. You mean nothing to me. No one does.
Yeah, I'm acutely aware that this is slowly turning into a Wattpad story.
I can't do this. It's over.
No.
But alas, Jennifer isn't like other girls. No. She doesn't take too kindly to rejection.
Mary Jane, will you marry me?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Jennifer later fabricated a story which involved her getting assaulted by men dressed up as cops who invaded her house, and she pinned it all on Wong's new girlfriend, who, for some reason, masterminded the whole thing. And guess what? Wong bought it!
What?
Yeah, that's right. And they got back together too. Tell me this isn't a recipe for disaster.
Did you him? Oh my god. Did you him?
I think this specific detail elaborates on Rose and her fractured state of mind. She then gets on a call with Vincent where they discuss the plan. He mentions Homeboy wanting 10 stacks for the hit, which equates to $10,000. The same price Jennifer and Wong paid, thinking they would inherit $500,000 from her parents after the deed is done.
It doesn't even make any sense! I'm the eldest boy!
Oh, the conheads are loving this.
They also set a date, and what do you know, she lands on the 13th. Hey, she knows her movies. I'll give her that. During the phone call, Vincent asks if she's doing okay, and just as she's about to express her feelings, he seemingly cuts the phone call short. You get a feeling that nothing is going right in her life. To combat this, she begins to look through old photos, reminiscing about simpler times amidst all the noise. When the toughest decision of the day was deciding on what cereal you want to have and not wanting to kill your parents. We see her smile until she stumbles upon a family picture. Her dad, evidently out of focus, emphasizing the root of all her problems. The brief action of her scrunching the picture up in an abundance of red, symbolizing that she won't stop what's already set in motion. Stephen Chow and cinematographer Adam Luxton do a great job in creating emotion. It's executed best when capturing exterior shots of her room to emphasize her being locked in almost like an animal in a cage, ironically left to feel like a hostage, confined with nowhere to go in her very own home. It's at this point where we see 3 intruders lurking outside her house, and much like the Jennifer Pond case, Rose also went downstairs and unlocked the door, allowing them to break in, or should I say walk in, without causing disruption. Whilst nearing the brink of collapse, we get a chance to see Rose and her mother talk. She invites her daughter to have something to eat. She asks how she is and also urges her to get some sleep, but Rose shows little to no empathy in her response, knowing what's about to happen.
Thank you, Ma.
She retreats to her room and the anxiety begins to kick in. Her dad is forcefully woken up from his slumber and is made to sit next to his wife, but not before getting a glimpse of Rose talking to Homeboy. Rookie mistake, if I do say so myself.
Really?
During the hostage fiasco, you gain insight into how much her family actually cares about her, constantly asking the intruders not to hurt her, and even going as far as to sacrifice themselves for her safety.
Please, you can hurt us, but don't hurt my daughter. Don't hurt my daughter.
Oh, Rose? Nah. She's busy paying Homeboy and kinda wants the show to get wrapped up.
Homeboy, this is taking way long. Just get it done.
We also begin to see Christian connotations on the wall, and as her mother begins to cite Hebrews 8:12, "For I will forgive their wickedness and remember their sins no more," right before getting... Yeah. Being able to forgive is a redeeming quality. A quality that Jennifer and Rose severely lacked. As the gunshots go off and the invaders skedaddle, we begin to see a sense of relief in Rose. She managed to remove the burden in her life, but at what cost? She then frantically calls the emergency operator and begins to manipulate the narrative, mirroring Jennifer, who also claimed that she was tied up and was powerless during the invasion.
Please help us! I heard shots. I don't know what's happening. I'm tied upstairs.
Did it sound like gunshots?
I don't know. I just heard pops.
But suddenly, movement can be heard. It's Han!
Now stand aside, worthy adversary. 'Tis but a scratch.
He later stumbled his way across the house, falling to the ground once he reached the front porch. The anxiety within Rose begins to elevate as she hesitantly holds his hand for a few seconds before leaving him. Her mother tragically died, but the fate of her father is left ambiguous. I lean more towards him surviving the charade because in real life, he actually acted as an eyewitness. Now, that's pretty badass.
You fools.
Ultimately leading to 4 individuals, including Jennifer, Wong, Milvagnum. Dude, sounds like a straight up supervillain. And Homeboy receiving a life sentence with no chance of parole for 25 years. I guess one can say justice has been served. I don't know, I just always wanted to say that.
Batman, what are you doing?
Punching Bane?
That was unnecessary.
The evidence provided by Han, specifically him citing the fact that he saw her talking to the intruder with little to no fear, conflicted with Jennifer's testimony, undermining her credibility. The inclusion of police evidence later stacked the odds against her. A few items of note: exhaustive mobile tracking, text message traffic including 100 messages sent between Wong and Jennifer during the 6-hour window prior to the home invasion.
Damn!
And Pon's obsession with Wong and her lack of true emotion were both duly noted. The sheer irony of her dad surviving and becoming the key to uncovering the truth is pretty cool if you ask me. Extracting a foreboding sense of poetic justice by reinstating the idea that sometimes it's the people you love the most who end up getting caught in the crossfire, who, in the end, pay the ultimate price. The murky line between factual storytelling and entertainment is one that true crime docs and films have had to straddle since the very inception. Rose walking away from the crime scene. Her life unquestionably at risk paints a destructive yet necessary picture. Revenge is a dish best not served at all. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you had a fun time, be sure to hit that subscribe button with your notifications turned on so you never miss a future video. Till we meet again, laters gators.